Should we just read it?
Yeah. So Q, in the house, tell me if I'm wrong. You have Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and approximately 11 girls?
Yes, somewhere between 11 and 12. That's a lot of girls, by the way.
That's a lot of girls. Can you describe the 11 to 12 girls to your memory?
In my recollection, various of ages.
That is what it says.
They could have been from as young as 14, 15 to 18, maybe 19. Very girlish.
Once inside the house, what happens next?
I showed Ghislaine and Jeffrey into the living room, and Ghislaine was the one that instructed the girls, pointing that they needed to come to the living room.
What happens next?
It was getting very prerogative. What?
I don't know, but it says in the little brackets, sick.
Provocative is what I think he means.
Yeah, but he definitely says prerogative.
Yeah, which straight up I understand. Nothing I would want my children to see. Okay. The girls were grinding on each other, lifting up their tops. It was very inappropriate.
What did you see next?
From what I knew, Jeffrey was with Ghislaine, and now I have all these girls acting very inappropriate.
When the girls are kissing either Jeff or other girls, where was Ghislaine Maxwell?
Sitting right next to Jeffrey.
Is there something you remember vividly?
I did pull the nanny aside, and my wife and I were dumbfounded, profound of the situation. And she mentioned this was an occurrence that had happened before, and they called it the kissing game.
So, I mean, this is pretty big. I mean, this is basically what sounds like a description of a pre-orgy scene with Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and 11 to 12 young girls, which some as young as he identifies 14. The oldest of which would be 18 or 19, he thinks. I mean, that's...
Yeah, happening in Glenn and Eva Dubin's living room.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very like, what the fuck is going... Like, I'm just like, I'm a little... I mean, something that because we've read a lot of the testimony from people from this civil case before, and something that struck me about, like, listen, his previous testimony about that we had read about the like young girl that was crying without her passport. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand that you work for like the Dubins or whatever, and they like probably pay you decently, although I feel like it's not like you're getting paid like an insane amount of money. You know, one thing in there, it's like, how are you not like, holy fuck, if a fucking 15-year-old girl came to my work and was like, well, not talking about the podcast, you know, any job I've ever had, and was like, I lost my podcast, or no, I lost my podcast. I lost my passport, and like, you know, like I was on this island and I don't know what's happening, whatever. I'd be like, and you're not related to these, like, you've been kidnapped.
Right.
That's
let's call the police.
Yeah, immediately call the police. These people took your fucking passport.
But he was paid not to call the police.
Yeah. And there's another little bit of testimony from Alfredo Rodriguez, the now deceased Epstein former butler, who had tried to hawk the black book to, I believe, Virginia's legal team, and was arrested and did more time than Epstein did for that act. He talks about how Ghislaine at one point threatened him to never tell anybody about what he had seen, or, you know, if he was trying to get another job or anything like that. To, like, it would be very bad for him if he mentioned stuff that he had seen go down at the house.
Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein.